Tonight on Top Story, 5 regions, 195 cases. That is Ghana's situation, but government says the rollout of enhanced surveillance and testing regime is reason for optimism in the country's fight against the novel coronavirus.
The number of regions reporting cases remain 5. So the contacts can be physical, one-on-one, on telephone, but we request that Ghanaians should cooperate with us, and we believe we can break the chain and succeed in the we are making.
We have details as Greater Accra continues.
Traveled in country before the quarantine are already in the communities. We have got a tall list of them with their contacts, telephone numbers. And from the database that we have, almost all of them are in Accra and Kumasi with isolated cases across the country. These are the people we are trying to reach. And when we get to them, each of them, we will try to APIs or even from outside to augment the stocks we have. At the moment, we have enough stocks to take care of all the people we have on admission.
So I'll return to the health minister because the issue about facilities and some abandoned hospital that government intends to use for a certain...
From one district to the other, it isn't far.
Well, but what are people saying in the town as a result of this first case being recorded in that area?
Well, the residents are so surprised. I spoke to the assemblyman who isn't that much surprised because he said he was the one who reported the case to the municipal health directorate for them to take action. He said some people in his area alerted him of the presence of these 3 Indians who had come into the area about 3 weeks ago. So he took the opportunity and reported the case to the team in Lower Menya, and they also took it upon themselves and quarantined the 3. So when they tested the results of the 3 after the quarantine, then it came to confirm that one of them has been tested positive.
Well, I'm sure that you're also staying safe. But you got to interact with Mr. Sarkodie, for instance. He's the municipal health director for the area. Largely, what has he been telling you about the exercise so far?
Well, in the morning, I had the opportunity to speak with him, but as I speak with you, he's not been able to speak to us. What he's saying is that the case is new and that they would need more time to look into it before they can speak to the media.
Well, that's my colleague Kofi Siao. He's our Eastern Regional correspondent, and you know by now that the Eastern region has recorded its first case of the coronavirus, particularly in the Lower Manya Krobo municipality. We've told the patient is an Indian working with a construction firm that's building the railway line from Akunsombo to Tema, and that's about the latest on that. And like I said, we'll go back to the press conference where the health minister, the information minister, the gender social protection minister, we also had a representation from the security personnel talking about abuses. That issue we'll be dealing with shortly also on Newsnight. But the issue about health facilities came up. Listen to what the minister said.
University of Ghana Medical Center, that is ready for use. Training has been completed. There are 14 beds for holding area and 14 beds for treatment. 5 ICU beds are also ready. We have had engagement with Bank of Ghana, and they have released 2 floors that will take care of 20 beds for our use. Because the facility doesn't belong to the Ministry of Health, Bank of Ghana has agreed that their own people and some VIP personnel will be allowed there. So in case we get some of you here, VIP people, we are likely to take you to Bank of Ghana Hospital. Why are you laughing? You are all VIP people. In this material,
So that particular talk about the Bank of Ghana Hospital and it being reserved for VIP persons. And then also later he had to now bring in that joke that everybody in that room at the time was a VIP personnel. And this issue has generated talk on social media. Lots of talk about it. Head of our security desk today, Gifty Andopia, joins me in studio. What exactly have people been saying? You've been monitoring the talk on social media.
So, yeah, people are reacting. I just read to you two of those messages. This one says, "Good afternoon, Joy News. I'm sad as a Ghanaian today, not because of anything, but comments from the health minister that the Bank of Ghana Hospital will be staff of the bank and VIP." He says, so this coronavirus has not put sense in people
not to engage in this activity. But in this period of coronavirus, in this period that we are preaching, people should ensure social distance. We have come to realize that there are a lot of the people who have put themselves under the cover of darkness in certain locations within the capital of Tamale and some parts of the region and doing prostitution. If you look at the victims, confirmed victims of this coronavirus, some of them are prostitutes. They have been fished out from those locations, and I am using it as basis to ban prostitution in northern regions. Please.
Beefed up, but did he say where they are in terms of the search and looking for the search for this 21-year-old escapee?
He says that there's still a manhunt for the lady. He says they've spoken to the colleagues, but information is not forthcoming. They are apprehensive. They are not ready to talk. But the security are using their own skills, their own expertise, and they are believing that they would get something out of it. Another issue he mentioned was that they have beefed up security around the hotel where these others are to ensure that they are all locked up in there.
But generally, you've been gauging the mood in town also, because I'm surprised that the minister or they will be thinking that this foreigner could end up on the streets practicing prostitution though. But what's the talk in town, knowing that it's been days since this lady escaped quarantine and she's still not being found?
Most people are worried because you do not know who she is. You do not know who will come into contact with her. And you do not know who you would also contact who might have met her or something. And so people are a bit worried. The streets have usually been busy, especially weekdays or working days. But throughout yesterday till today, you go through the
scene, especially when this 21-year-old Guinean is still on the run. She's tested positive for COVID-19, together with 9 others from Guinea who are being held in quarantine in a facility in Tamale, and she's been on the run. It's about the 3rd day now, and she's still not been found, and it's been unsuccessful. We're still checking on that. But today, at that press conference, there have been talk about the president being in contact with some persons who may have been exposed to COVID-19. There was an opportunity for the president's personal physician to give us an update on the president's status as well as his family.
We tested him, the First Lady, his daughters, and all the staff, all his household. And then I'm happy to announce that all the tests came back negative. A day after his birthday, we continue to test people in the secretariat, including myself. And as I speak now, a total of 99 people have been tested, and the results have come back negative. So I am on him to make sure that he's observing the social distancing. If any of you observe that he's not wearing the mask, which a lot of questions have been asked, is he's observing the social distancing strictly, and then we're making sure that he's washing his hands very often, frequently, and then he is also using his sanitizers as well.
So that's Dr. Petrina Techi Ankra the president's personal physician. So that's it. The president has tested negative. We can all be at ease now. The health minister as well also told us yesterday and today, mentioned also that he's also tested negative. The president is also negative together with the first family. They are all negative. A number of persons around the president also tested. We know that some media persons were also tested, and they've all tested negative, thankfully. And that's it for Top Story, brought to you by Gassim, the nation builder. Vodafone, the future is exciting, ready. And Bond Savings and Loans, your success, our passion. Newsnight starts shortly. Please stay.